Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. And boy, this story has legs. It's going to be around for a few weeks. It's unprecedented. It's shocking. It's radical. It's a bombshell that was dropped by Mr. Mark Carney. He is the Bank of England governor. And just a little over a day ago, he urged replacing the US dollar with a Libra-like reserve digital currency. What in the world? So why is he so sure that we need to have less reliance on the US dollar? Well, half the international trade is priced in dollars, but that is 5 times greater than the US contribution to trade output, he cites. And when the US makes an interest rate policy or a US exchange rate policy and it goes in an unfavorable direction, it makes problems that get exported to other parts of the world, which is not the optimal way to run things. In addition, the flexible exchange rates, this is something everybody tweaks to keep a very careful balance for the global economy to work. It's not working. Well, this isn't the first time this has been discussed, and I'm speaking about the special drawing rights of the IMF. This was under discussion a couple of months ago. 4 hours after he gave his speech, he sat down with CNBC and he said that in a multipolar world, we need a multipolar currency spread out over a basket of currencies. Yeah, this is absolutely going to show the world that the new technology that we have at hand can indeed allow for a global digital currency. So it validates all the digital assets, yes, including the Facebook Libra concept. And should it speed up the regulation process? I absolutely think so. Now, Mr. Carney is going to step down from this position coming January. There's a lot of crazy shifting of positions and people going on very soon. So we know that Christine Lagarde was the head of the IMF. She has now stepped down from that position and looks like she's going to go to the European Central Bank. And there are some people who think that Mark Carney is favored to succeed Lagarde's position at the IMF. But I'm not so sure. It depends on what you read and who you're reading from, because the EU has nominated Bulgaria's Kristalina Georgieva, and she is thought by some to be the one to succeed that position. The IMF just 4 days ago recommended its board to vote on removing the current age restriction of 65. And so should they scrap this long-standing age restriction, it will pave the way or clear the way for Miss Georgieva to succeed that position, because she is 66 years old. I don't know. It'll be very, very interesting to see. She is coming from the World Bank. So Kristalina and Christine, yeah, they do know each other very well. The IMF and the World Bank announced it was in April that they are exploring crypto merits with a private blockchain project that has the launch of a quasi-cryptocurrency called the Learning Coin, so that they can better understand this space. So what do you think? Do you think it was just Mark Carney just starting to clear the path so that we can have a virtual currency realized? I think so. All right, everybody, do you know, in this shifting of gears, do you know the story that DBS came out and said that Ripple is the best choice for doing cross-border remittances when it comes to the price? So they are less expensive than SWIFT, which is just fantastic. I think that you need to also know why I wanted to chime in on this is that DBS is not just another one of those banks. No, they were voted as the world's best bank for 2019. They are also the Global Bank of the Year for 2018 by The Banker, and the Best Bank of the World for 2018 by Global Finance. So when they make a statement, I can tell you there are other banks out there that are paying attention. In addition to being the world's first bank to hold all three honors at the same time, they also have won the best bank for SMEs in Asia, the safest bank in Asia, and the best bank for innovation. Yeah, they're in Singapore, and that is very, very exciting. I have to address this article. This is an article that was written because we did learn in an announcement this week that the Spanish megabank Santander is expanding the use of Ripple technology to Latin America. It's great. They are creating and building a brand new payment corridor. In this corridor, they're going to use the OnePay FX. It's an app that runs on X Current, and it has been running in the UK, Spain, Brazil, and Poland. But the person who wrote this article is just, well, how can I say, is so incorrect in her facts. And she made it sound like Ripple and Santander, XRP's going nowhere, but fanboys still won't listen. Well, I can tell you that the points that you cite in this article, I'm going to just absolutely show you that you are wrong. Now, you may know that you are wrong because when I looked at your introduction, I found that you are not a journalist. You are a paid shill writer. And I can tell by your introduction here, yes, you do write freelance and you do some tech writing. You also do some travel writing. And you are an online content creator. Okay, so you let everybody know that if they're looking for someone to create authoritative, winning content to help their brand stand out from the competition, that they have come to the right place. So here are the points that you show that you can get that job done. So you can write beautifully and you well research your articles and blog posts to help your client build authority in that industry. Your web content is optimized so that search engines can rank on Google and that those keywords can be found. And you say that you have a way to make compelling call to action copy that will enhance anyone's online profile. So it tells me you will write anything if someone pays you. And unfortunately, we have a lot of people like this that call themselves journalists, but they are nothing more than shill writers. There's a famous one that came out. His name is Ed Rogers. He was shilling on the Washington Post for years for the fossil fuel industry. He finally disclosed what he was doing after he made like $700,000 at writing those articles. The cryptocurrency market is no different. We have somebody who came out on Reddit who said that he's been paid by people to write different angles on cryptocurrency to help elevate certain projects. So I don't know here, Sarah, if you just don't understand the blockchain space, or if you don't understand Ripple or XRP, or if you were paid. I think it could be any of the mentioned, but I do want to tell you that you called Santander a client in your article. I don't think I would have used that same word. It's actually, Santander is somebody who invested in Ripple in a round of funding back in 2015. And here you can see the CEO of Santander. She wrote that we have collaborated. So maybe collaboration would have been the best word to use. They collaborated with Ripple. They were testing the technology for 2 years, and they found that it works, it's safe, and it's fully compliant. So if you are talking about the statement as well that Mr. Garlinghouse said in this interview with CB Insights, you think that it is Mr. Garlinghouse distancing himself from XRP with the statement that he made if Ripple, the company, shut down tomorrow, that the XRP ledger would continue to operate its open source, decentralized technology that exists independent from Ripple. He wasn't distancing himself. What he was trying to say, and if you had listened to the interview, is that XRP is a decentralized asset. Some people claim that it's centralized. It is not. Ripple, the company, is centralized. They use a decentralized digital asset as a tool for the cross-border remittances in the form of liquidity. It is what differentiates Ripple from the rest of the technology providers out there. They absolutely love their digital asset XRP. So your point is just so incorrect. You also stated that if banks do adopt XRP, that big institutions will have a vested interest in keeping the price of XRP stable to do a better job in serving its purpose. Well, you are so wrong. As I'm showing you here from a tweet by David Schwartz, who definitely knows the steady price increase would be ideal. It brings the holding cost to zero and the average net exchange costs below twice the spread. In addition to that, with XRapid, you buy and sell XRapid within a few seconds. So your volatility risk is near zero. Liquidity on exchanges is used. And just in case you didn't know this, XRapid settles with XRP. It just doesn't require anyone but market makers to hold it for more than a few seconds. And if you're going to write any more articles about Ripple or XRP, you need to know that Ripple announces XRapid customers when they agree to let them do so. So they have to agree to make that such announcement. But it's important to understand that the way Ripple Net works, and a financial institution doesn't have to be an XRapid customer to use XRP liquidity to make a payment. That's kind of the network's entire point. They recently had an upgrade, so you don't have to be an XRapid customer. So please keep that in mind when you do future articles. This is a tweet, by the way, that David just made on August 1st. 2019. All right, if I was going to write an article about Santander, I would have written about the huge upgrade that is underway for the Pay1FX app. This is from their Investors Day that just took place in April, and they are about to launch an independent platform called PagoFX. Who is the target market? It's the unbanked and the SMEs. We know the SMEs is a huge opportunity for Ripple, and they are going after that. So they, in addition to this announcement, earmarked 20 billion euro for a digital spend over the next 4 years as part of an efficiency effort aimed at slashing 1.2 billion euro in annual costs. So if they are really going after cutting their cost, you can bet they are going to go after their correspondent banking costs, because in the 2018 yearly report by Al Rajhi Bank, which is a Ripple partner, they revealed that they have 200 correspondent banking partner relationships across 50 countries. Do you know how much money that is to maintain? So I can tell you that any big bank that's going head to head now with a challenger bank or a fintech startup doing transfers, they are going to find every opportunity to save costs. This is why XRP is going to be utilized. So please get your facts straight. All right, I'm going to show you here that MoneyGram is getting aggressive with their promotions. They just launched a new MoneyGrams Plus rewards program. They have thank you gifts like 20% off your fee with your second money transfer. And then they have ongoing rewards where you can get 40% off your fee on every fifth money transfer. That's pretty good. I know a lot of people who send money home on a, bi-weekly and monthly basis, and those fees add up. So I have no doubt in my mind that this is going to be very attractive for a lot of people. They also have an exclusive members only offers and promotions, and you can upgrade to the premier status after your fifth money transfer and even get more benefits. It's great. I love it, MoneyGram. Keep doing a good job as you are. And also, MoneyGram is in the news with XRP because it's a big hit in Mexico. This was revealed by Ripple's global institutional market head, Brianne Madigan. And you can see that the XRP volume in that Mexican corridor with Bitso is up 25%. So we are really seeing the beginning of something big. And another person who is promoting the transaction increase is SBI. SBIVC Trade just launched a brand new promotion on Friday where they are giving away up to $2,000 on different tiered steps of transactions. So it's really nice to see these supporters of XRP doing a good job. Okay, in talking about, I love this website. In talking about SBI, they are the official sponsor to the XRP meetup in Japan that's coming in November. Am I going? Somebody asked me. Of course I'm going. I can't wait. So it'll happen a little bit after the Swell event, which, by the way, if you visit the Swell website for the Ripple event in Singapore, they have announced their agenda, and there is some interesting talks and panels coming up. I can't wait. I think this is going to be the best Swell to date. All right, everybody, we are jumping over to the fluff. I'm going to talk about Singapore again because the Prime Minister came to Japan for the G20 meeting in Osaka, and he got to see the kimono from the Kimono project that was launched in 2014 for the first time. They just got it done, and this is a project that aims to create 206 kimonos representing all countries of the world. Now, I have done a similar story to this before, but hang in there. Even if you're a guy, there is something in this fluff story for you. It's not just all kimono. I do want to show you, though, how beautiful this kimono is. It has the Singapore flower on it, has the crescent moon and stars from their flag. It has the mare lion, which is really symbolic for representing, here he is right here on the back side of the sleeve, for Singapore. And it also has the Marina Bay Sands, the resort, which I think is so great to be, using contemporary designs on a very traditional type of clothing. This fabric, though, which was made in Kyoto and designed by students, is really special. It is made from the southern islands. They are above Okinawa but below Kagoshima. There's 8 of these islands called Umami Islands, and they make some of the most precious fabrics: silk, cotton, and linen. Look at this. They have pristine beaches with white sand. It is very, very beautiful, and it has an average temperature of 21 Celsius all year. So it's really paradise. But this fabric is done by using the mud on the islands. It is something that they have done for nearly 1,300 years, and it is quite a treasure. Not only do they use this special mud dyeing for the fabric, but they also have a very unique loom as well. And so when you see the fabric is in the final stage of its 36 step process, they give it a very special certification. You can see that these are trademarks that tell you that it was hand woven, used natural dyeing materials, and is certified as being produced on the actual islands themselves. So this is kind of special. Now here's the point for the guys. I know kimonos are not for you, but there are a selection of men's wallets done in this fabric. So if you think this is quite special, I would love for you to seek out a seller of these wallets and enjoy it. Okay, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.